What's up, my chaotic crew? Bentley Michaels here. As always, there's so much cool stuff going on in this intro. But first, we need to do some house cleaning. So listen to this ad real quick.
Hi, everyone. I'm Jonah, and I play Jamero, the Yonti Bard in the Icoslips podcast. Follow Rathan, the half-elf cleric, and Marsh, the Tabaxi Ranger, and myself as we carve our path through the cursed homebrew of Masswind Dale. And make sure to follow us on iTunes, Google Play, or any other place you may be getting your podcasts from. Thank you guys very much.
Ooh, go listen to that pod after you've listened to this one, of course. Also, my chaotic crew leaving those iTunes reviews. I'm telling you, I'm going to read two of them right now. Shout out to S02. Good quality, good people, fun sound effects, and background music / ambience. These guys have a great sense of humor and work well together, almost too well. Could make some good fan fiction later. I don't know about that. I thoroughly enjoy this podcast and can't wait for more adventures from this awesome cast. Hey, thanks for being a long-time listener and a Patreon subscriber. Hey, Chris Chen, you're up next. These dudes know how to have a good time, which is exactly what I love to see in a D&D podcast. Keep the good stuff coming. Oh, Chris Chen. Oh, it's going to keep happening. Let the good times roll, my chaotic crew. Let it all roll, babies. Oh, and now to something very exciting. We are doing our first sponsored giveaway for all of you Chaotic Amateurs listeners. If you like dice, if you like cool stuff, this is for you. Our friend Tabletop Crafter on Instagram and Twitter at Tabletop Crafter has an Etsy shop, etsy.com/shop/tabletopcrafter. Check it out, babies. The prize includes a custom dice bag, a set of dice, and a key ring. You can check out the Instagram or the Etsy for samples. Links in the show notes, people. She was recently featured at the Tabletop Scotland conference. This is all you need to do to enter. Share this week's episode on social media with the hashtag CA giveaway, like Chaotic Amateurs, hashtag CA giveaway, up to 3 times per week. If you want to receive an extra 3 entries for submitting an iTunes review, a Google Play, any sort of review, just send us a screenshot, chaoticamateurs@gmail.com, or hit us up on social media with it, and we will make sure. The contest ends October 8th, so you've got a couple of weeks to do this with different episodes. Let's get the name out there. You get free dice, get a free dice bag. It's really high quality stuff. We're very excited to be partnering with Tabletop Crafter. So share, do all this stuff, get free stuff, and now onto the episode.
In a vast landscape full of adventurers, you are now listening to the world of Chaotic Amateurs.
And welcome back to Chaotic Amateurs, iTunes, Google Play, everybody who does podcasts. We're the number one. Everybody else stinks. I am the host and DM for Season 2, Bentley Michaels. To my right, I have...
Caleb is Yamhorn Durrell.
Dash as Peleus Ian Earth.
Rhett is Durok Dragonsbane.
Milo is Ren.
And our heroes, they flashed out of that time portal. And they each, in their own little area, just... almost as if Inendryll had a plan the entire time. And they're just dropped out of the sky, and they started going around the town, helping out. Ren getting to fly for the first time, putting out some fires, getting some people to help. Fickle's fine fish, thanks you, Ren, for your service. Peleus met himself, seemed to know what was going on, and one ran away, and the other one cast a big old snow cloud and took out a whole block of fire. Yamhorn, in classic Yamhorn fashion, bashed somebody with a hammer and knocked him to the ground. And Durok is up in the sky, having noticed Baravin on the back of Zarvog the Red. We now cut to Durok. Durok, roll me a history check.
$11.
All right. you both have sort of like you went past each other and you just done the Batman thing in which you sort of both come up and now you're dropping down a little bit, about 150 feet or so, still up in the clouds, and you're kind of coming down at an angle, making like a very wide V, and you're starting to sort of level out, and you're going right towards each other. Durok, what would you like to do?
In my mind, I'm sort of holding this image of just like this gout of flame just spewing out of Inendryl's mouth, and hopefully just killing Baravin. That's like the mental image I'm holding up there in my noggin.
Okay. Good for you. So you see an image of her doing what?
Shooting fire out of her mouth.
Okay. At Zarvog and Baravin?
Yeah.
Is that something that gold dragons do?
No idea. Just trying.
I'm pretty sure. She shot fire earlier.
She shot fire earlier, and on the island she was shooting fire out of her nose.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you dummy.
I honestly I didn't remember that she did that.
Yeah, she. You'll notice.
Excuse
It
me.
was the.
Well, you didn't roll the DC good and didn't modify the character sheet.
That was Nerdy Cosby.
I was about to say, was that Cosby? That sounded like Cosby.
Okay, so you will remember that Zarvog's got the dark orange, and hers is more like we'll say like a yellow lightsaber, where it's much more clear in the center and kind of has like a yellow tinge to it. It's much lighter for Caleb the player.
Thank you.
And for visualization. And so you see that, and you hear her kind of chuckle, and she goes, "Oh, you're getting it." And she shoots fire. Balls. And Zarvog the Red rolled a crit fail.
Can Durok trash talk? I want to be like...
You can, here, do your trash talk while I look up how her damage stuff works.
Baravin, I've already beat you. It happened. Don't you remember? You punk.
Wow, good trash talk.
Not the best trash talk I've ever heard.
Yeah.
He
Durok doesn't need a trash talk.
Baravin hears the Charlie Brown voice over his head over there, and he just hears with a fish shaking in the air. Okay, and yes, fire breath.
Okay.
Cool. Dude. Oh my god.
Yeah?
Well, it's 13d10.
Oh, okay.
I'll start rolling.
So,
Wait, there's got to be like an app. Let's get an app.
no, I
Fork
got it.
over your D10s, everybody.
I got it. I'm gonna roll 6 d20s. Okay. Yes, but you always round down in D&D. 24, 29. Holy crap. 1, 2. Holy crap. Okay, so 55 points of damage go directly out, and you see this magnificent. She kind of goes, "Oh, you're getting it, Durok," and then like just pinpoint accurate like fire blast goes right out of her mouth, and it just looks like this just perfect little like oval of fire going right out, and Baravin like reacting too late because he wasn't expecting you guys had gotten so close, shoots right out, and it hit Zarvog the Red right in the face for what, how many did I say?
55.
55 God, 55 damage, which, I mean, to the dragon, really not as big of a deal, but because, you know, it's got like 546
But it's right.
but now it's under 400, so yeah, you hit him. You hit him real good.
Yeah, it did.
And the dragon screeches, and like immediately sort of like pops its wings and then falls back, so it kind of like parachutes, like like I said earlier, and then sort of like pops and then like goes down left and kind of like barrel rolls to the left and back, and is turning around, and going away from you. Is what it looks like, and it's dropped down about 200 or so feet.
Oh, okay.
So it's sort of skimming the cloud line below you, and it is now you now have advantage on attacks against it since it is fleeing against you. At this moment, however, though, we cut to Ren, who I believe when we last left him was floating in front of the church like Superman, and had just got 50 people to run off and start helping, put out fires and bring a little bit of order back to the city.
So yeah, I'm feeling pretty good about what I just did. Everyone's going to put out these fires around the church. I remember seeing Peleus's boat in the harbor.
Sure. And at this point, I will say, Ren, as well, you saw a huge ice storm cloud come out and put out a whole bunch of fire behind you. And you see your people starting to go into that area, putting out smaller things that are on fire, helping people, that if stuff has fallen on them, like you can kind of see that the 50 people you sent out are definitely helping.
Yeah. So that sounds like a pretty powerful wizard. I'm going to fly to that area.
Okay.
It's canon. Wizards are now Whizzlers.
And, yeah.
Those halflings speak.
Whizzlers are candy in Bulgurum, and they're a long, skinny, chewy candy that look like a wizard's wand in different types of shape.
Nice.
Some are red,
Nice.
some are black.
They taste kind of like plastic a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit, depending on how long they've been sitting on the shelf. And okay, so Ren, you run over, and you fly over, and as you're scanning, make me a perception.
That's going to be a 24.
Oh, well, holy crap. So you shoot off over there, and you notice running below you is over to where you see two guards coming up and one guard bullying this family. All of a sudden you hear Yamhorn's classic sort of voice cut through, and you hear like, what are you doing? And as soon as he finishes his sentence, he hits the guy straight up in the chest, and he falls on his back. And then you see him slap his leg as you're coming in, and Ren, you pop down right behind Yamhorn and Peleus, and you roll me a 20 real quick.
10.
Okay, you are now in the initiative before Peleus. All right, so there's one guard on the ground that Yamhorn is hovering over, and he's holding on to Yamhorn's leg because he's chest not so good. And then you see two other guards with weapons drawn coming up in front of you.
Do I still have an action?
Yep.
I'm going to cast Bless and bless Yamhorn, Peleus, and myself, so you guys get a D4 that you can add to attack rolls or saving throws.
Okay.
Nice.
Would you like to tell your friends that you're here?
I feel like they can sense me with the blessing.
I sense Ren. I've been blessed.
They feel Ulagan in their soul.
Yeah,
Okay.
I felt the touch on
you
the
guys
hip.
roll me perceptions.
17.
10. Wait,
Okay.
no. 13.
Okay, good. Okay, so you three, you hear a little plop behind you, and then you feel it, and you both turn around and look down, and you see Ren there in his little death outfit. He's got his sweet little black cloak on, and he's got his black with gold trim scale mail, his gray tunic, black pants. He just looks like a cool guy. Oh, I don't know if I told you this. I think I alluded to it, but you have a hood if you want it.
Sweet.
And so, and like you turn around and he puts out his hand, and you get the feels, and you're like, ooh,
The pea
I am
shivers.
blessed. And he's now in the initiative. So is that all you can do?
Oh, yeah, I think so.
Okay. So let's see here. We are rolling. Guard number 2 is going to roll up. Since Yamhorn let's see here. As of right now, they're kind of just rolling up. So they're going to attack. The first guard's going to attack Yamhorn. Oh boy, okay, not with a 6. And so he rolls up on Yamhorn and he kind of looks a little frightened and like swings, and it just like whiffs right in front of your face. He swings his sword at you, and it whiffs right in front of your face. The second guard, seeing his friend attacking that one, these guys suck. With a 4, it's like, I'm going to take the wizard, the weird sort of pirate-looking wizard thing, and like he's like, this guy looks messed up.
Bring it on, buddy.
And then like with the sword, he swings at you and Peleus, and he once again, it almost looks like he did like a whole bunch of cool swings where he's like, and just like moving his sword, doing all sorts of cool like lightsaber tricks in front of you, but like in Indiana Jones before he just shoots him or whatever. But he does it all like a foot away from your face, like he was like trying to like shish kebab you, or maybe he's too scared to actually try to hit you because
his depth perception's a little off.
Oh yeah, you see him, he's got like that Peter Falk crooked eye, and he's like, all right, I'm going to attack you right now. And you are now engaged, and Ren, you are up next now, actually, since you're now in the initiative order.
All right, we'll go ahead and use Guiding Bolt on the guy who's already been hit.
He's on the ground?
Yeah, I see something.
Okay, you got advantage on him.
Okay.
Since he's laying on the ground. And Yamhorn's like hammer is just like still on his chest.
So I make a ranged spell attack.
Okay.
It's going to be 23.
Don't forget you have blessing in case you need
I
it.
used it. You can use it every time, guys. Remember that.
So why not?
No, he's good. You hit him.
So that's 4d6 radiant damage.
Holy crap.
It's going to be 16 radiant damage.
Okay, so, and is it like fire? What is it?
It's like holy light.
Okay, so this is what happens. You hold out your hands, and you got a catchphrase for Ulan you want to say?
Life and soil become you.
Eat my
That's
toil.
My name is Ren Life Soil. Okay. Life and soil become you. Okay, so as soon as you say life and soil become you, you cast out this sort of, for a brief second, blinding light hits this guy, and he immediately vanishes, and you just sort of see an ashy outline of where his body and everything was, and Yamhorn, you feel your hammer go clunk and hit the ground.
That's creepy.
It's kind of gross.
Yeah, you completely vaporized him. Good lord. And you did it in such a concise fashion that everybody else like was befuddled by it. Peleus and Yamhorn, they're like, holy crap. I didn't know Ren, once again, I think you guys might be a little scared of Ren at this point.
All right,
Peleus, you're up. You've got a guy in front of you, and you've got a guy very closely, to the right of that guy. So
Okay.
imagine if it was Milo, and you're right here, like Caleb, and then like right to Milo's left, or your right.
So the guy in front of me, I'm going to shoot a chromatic orb at him. Mm-hmm. And it's basically a 4-inch diameter sphere of energy, and I can choose what type of damage it does.
Oh, nice.
But I have to make a ranged spell attack.
Okay.
So it is 18.
Yep, hit.
Sweet. And it's 3d8.
Oh, God. Okay.
I'm going to choose acid damage. I want to see him melt.
Okay.
I hope it's a lot. 9, 10, 11. 11 acid damage.
Oh, man.
I thought.
Okay, so does it like spread out of your hand, or how's it work?
Yeah, I just shoot forth out of my palm a little like ball of energy, and I go, suck my acid!
Okay,
That's
so
my catchphrase.
Okay.
It's suck my and then whatever energy I'm usually
okay,
Yeah, he's not. Peleus isn't very clever.
yeah,
Suck my lightning.
yeah. You got to remember it every time.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, yeah, you need that base. All right, so you say suck my acid, and you shoot out like what is this sort of like sickly looking green light out of your hand, and it hits this guy, and not dissimilar to the scorpion, but just a little bit less powerful. It hits this guy right in the face, and it just like the energy almost seems like it turns into like a goo, and you just start to see the guy's skin and hair and clothes melting off like it's the original RoboCop movie.
Yeah,
near the
that's
end.
what I was thinking. Yeah.
And he is standing there once it's done, the most zombie of zombies, like just barely skin. You can see there's like blood and like you can see bone and like his clothes and his royal guard thing, and he's just like teetering, like the fatality screen in Mortal Kombat. He's just teetering there, like if he only had 1 HP left, type of thing. And he doesn't even get a chance to respond. He just looks over and it hits him right in the face and mouth, and not doing so well.
Gross.
So guard 1 is now gone. Gross. I like how you said gross. Guard 1 is now gone. And let's see here. Guard 2 is basically a zombie. Guard 3 is the only one who is not doing so good. So let's see here. Yamhorn, you were up. So your hammers just hit the ground, and you look to your left, and all of a sudden you see this other one get hit with like this green thing, and then he just starts melting. And I'm actually going to roll a Constitution check on this guard. Okay, well, that was not so good. He is not doing well either. He just peed himself as well.
Yeah. I feel like after realizing what just happened with Ren and then seeing Peleus' attack, Yamhorn is kind of looking at the both of them and starts kind of, what?
Just throwing up, or you're choking on food.
Yeah. He's grossed out. And so I'm not too worried about the zombified one.
Okay.
So I am going to approach and take a swing at him or her.
Guard 3. Yeah. Okay.
Him or her. That's very progressive of you.
$24 to hit.
No? Okay.
Yeah. You hit him for sure.
And that's 6 bludgeoning for the first strike. $24 to hit.
Okay.
10 damage.
Okay. So explain to me what you would like to happen.
I want to... This is kind of my favorite thing, my MO. I want to swing at his legs to knock him out and then circle the hammer up over my head and then come straight down.
Okay. So you like sort of like drag your hammer behind you for a second, and as that guy looks super scared, you like right off the ground as you're coming up, you flip dirt into his face, and then you knock him in the knee, and you come back around, and as he's falling down, he's almost to the ground, but your hammer makes contact with his head and pushes him the rest of the way down, and pop goes the watermelon. And he is now a splattered head on the ground, and some of it hits the zombie guy, and what you can just hear like it
too
hurts.
Much. Yamhorn's gross.
It hurts like his open wounds, like this fresh blood hitting it. And we now cut back to Durok. Durok, you were on the tails of this red dragon. You were flying north.
Right.
Really, really hauling booty.
So if I'm not incorrect here, you said I was like 200 feet over Zarvov.
Yeah, you're behind him, and you're about they had dipped down to make a flanking maneuver. Now they're going north in what seems to be a retreat, and you and they're still a little bit stunned. So you're actually slowly catching up to them.
What I want to do, wings close up, dive down on them. All 4 limbs worth of claws, just entangling, slicing, stabbing, doing whatever I can. Just, grab onto Zarvog.
All right. Make me a roll.
Do I add anything to it? I rolled a 15.
Yeah, let's add. Because you wanna bite and claw.
I just want to get up in there, and I'm thinking leg claws, arm claws,
Just maim.
maybe biting. I don't know, just all at once. If I'm above Zarvog, it would be like a cat just landing right on his back, essentially, and just.
Yeah, you know what's crazy about that is you have a plus 17 to hit on a bite and claw attack.
Holy sh!
Okay, so 32.
Dragons are ridiculous.
At what level do I get that?
Yeah, when do you all turn into dragons?
Not even level 20,
All right,
probably.
so that's exactly what happens. You see these wonderful wings, and you hear her Inendryll sort of chuckle in her head, and she's like, I think and she's kind of thinking, oh, he's finally got it, and you're holding on, onto some spikes that she sort of has coming out, and you do exactly that. You Superman, you put your arms behind it, and you come down, and you just land on top of this thing. And go ahead and roll me 2d6 plus 10.
$18.
Nice. Okay, so you land right on its back, and you sink its claw. You sink your claws to grab the tail, to grab the joints where the wings are, and you're sinking it in. And
Isn't Baramus on its back?
he's up here on the
On
top
the neck?
head.
Oh, okay.
So he's much farther up, but
Okay, yeah.
But you the heads are kind of close together. Inendryll keeps her head up because she understands she doesn't want to be get necks entangled in case somebody starts to fall or something like that. But Zarvog is going to react. Okay, let's see here. Okay, so he rolls Zarvog while immediately, screeching in pain and just can't take it, does end up sort of arching its back and flapping its wings up and knocks Inendryll a little bit, and you guys fly off. And you guys sort of go back, and she has to right herself. And so, and he drops down even about another 50 feet as he's trying to get his stuff in it. And he screeches every time he flaps his wings the first few times because you really damaged the joints. And he keeps retreating to the north.
Can I throw my sword at Baravan?
I don't think you have a range of a couple 100 feet. I don't think.
That's fair. You might be right. Durok doesn't have anything to. He's got
a fly speed of 80, and so with you guys stopping, he's gonna get at least over 100 feet away from you real quick.
That's fair.
Yeah. So
I'll allow it.
Durok, what would you like to do? You stop momentarily. You see the red dragon going north.
Oh, I want to keep up the assault, just all out as hard as possible. I want to stay on him like stains on a mattress.
Okay, it's going to take you. I would say 2 turns to catch up to him. So
Do it.
I'm gonna because I'm sort of because you guys are sort of mind melded. When you're doing these sorts of things with her, you guys are kind of one at this point.
Okay.
However, if you were to jump off of her, then it would be if you wanted to control her with a mind thing, then it would be separate, and then you would have your own thing in the initiative order.
I see. Would it be possible for me to... Maybe not. I was thinking maybe taking my action surge, if I could. I don't know if it would work with her, and just blitzing up on him, but...
You could.
It would just cut the time down, probably, that I could.
If you want to action surge, I will allow you to do that with her, since as I just said, you guys are acting as one at this moment.
Would I be able to use my action surge just for movement and then be able to like catch her next turn, or no? I would still need to wait one.
If you're using your action surge now, I will allow you to get much closer. Fly speed is 80 feet, and I will allow you to get basically within 30 feet of this thing with your bonus action. So the next time that you are there, you're within 30 feet.
Game on.
All right, do it. Close the gap.
All right. So you say something to Inendryll.
Yeah, in Dwarvish, and I'm basically just like, onward or something.
Okay. She says to you, I don't speak Dwarvish, so I'm assuming you want to go forward.
Yes, my lady.
Yeah. She goes, remember, you can talk to me in your mind.
Leave languages out of this.
I'm talking to her in my mind right now.
Okay. She bucks you off. She did not appreciate that.
I'm in free fall now.
Okay. So she already kind of assumed, and she took off. Okay. We now go to Ren and Yami and Peleus. You're all standing around. Let me go back to the initiative order here. Who went last? It was Yamhorn?
Yeah.
Okay. So no. Okay, yeah. Guard 2 would be up next, but he's so incapacitated, he's just standing there, looking crazy as all garbage.
I look at you guys and say, should we put him out of his misery?
Send him to Ulagon.
All right, so be it. Who's doing the honors?
I'll throw some Sacred Flame at him.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Yeah.
Do you have to...
He makes a dex save. It's a cantrip.
Oh, sweet. Okay.
All right.
Sounds like he's getting cooked.
Okay.
With radiant light.
Yeah.
What do I have to beat again?
16.
Oh, man. Well, he's at disadvantage because he's... I was going to say...
He's gross.
Because he just rolled a natural 20. So I'm going to say that because he rolled a natural 20, it's the only reason he's still standing.
He accidentally stumbles to the side and it misses.
Yeah. It's... he's... he just kind of, God, I can't believe that happened. He's so stupid. Yeah, he kind of like, he just, you hit him with that same thing that you hit the guy on the ground with?
No, it's a different thing, but it still does radiant damage.
Okay, so you shoot another thing of light out of your hand, and he just happens at that, he just times it, and he just forward falls, and it goes right over his head. And... 10 or above, yes. 10 or 11 to 20, yes. 10 to... Okay, no, he dies.
Yay.
He kills himself. Like when he hits, because he can't control his arms, he just... And you see his head just pops off, and it's like a skull, and kind of just like... When it hits, it goes back, and then it kind of ends up, and it rolls, and it ends up where his butt used to be.
I'll admit that was disgusting. It was a gross fight.
Overdid it on these fellas.
Yeah, the acid was a little much.
And you guys, there's now a horrified but grateful looking family there that you have saved. And the dad just kind of like looks at you horrified and grabs his family and runs off.
Peleus goes, "Oh my god, there was a family watching." Oh, how traumatized they're gonna be.
There's no going back in time and fixing that one.
Nope, they are scarred.
Yeah. So I want you all three of you guys to roll me some perception checks.
20, not natural.
18.
Do we have blessing for this?
No.
Okay, I guess it doesn't really matter. 4.
Okay. Yamhorn, you strike up a conversation with these two.
So, guys, that was pretty cool, huh? Right? I mean, that guy pissed himself, and then you guys melted the other two. By the way, Ren, where does that guy go with the one that you killed that turned to ash?
Oh, he was consumed by radiant light, and he's with Ulagon now.
So he's is it a good place?
Yeah, sure.
So
You don't sound too sure about that. Sounds like you have no idea where you sent him.
I'm just wondering, like, why not just send me there?
Well, it's not your time yet. It was his time. We were here. He was against us. Ulagon took him.
What do you think he's doing right now?
He's probably just soaking in all of Ulagon's blessings.
I'll
But
say.
something I think that's really important is that we get to the mayor's office and keep this town free from I forgot his name already. Baravin?
Baramus.
Baramus.
All right. Well,
All right, yeah, let's go there. Sounds like a good plan.
yeah, it looks... Can I roll to see if it looks like the people are taking care of themselves pretty good?
No.
Okay.
I will tell you right now, it still looks like
Chaos.
a crazy war zone.
Okay.
While you spent, that whatever 30 seconds was destroying these guards, people are still running around. And maybe a few more people are looking up because there's flashes in the sky.
Right.
And that sort of thing. You passively notice that there's some people looking up, and like you kind of hear it almost sounds like a thunder and lightning storm, only with like screeching and stuff like going on above you. However, in that moment, you see a shop in front of you, and it's on fire. But from within it, you hear
No.
screams
Don't say
of
it.
people.
Don't say that. Well, you guys, I think the mayor's office is going to have to wait. Did you just hear that?
Yeah.
I think we got some people to save.
I can put out the fire with some water. Put out a 30-foot cube.
Go for it, man.
All right.
Let's do this.
So I reach at my little water moccasin thing and cast Create or Destroy Water, and a 30-foot cube within range, 30 feet, is put out.
I feel like Ren just said that out loud the exact same way Milo did. And Yamhorn's just listening like,
Just really nonchalant.
just do it.
And
Okay,
what's
that's
the
great.
deal with that?
I don't need to
Do I
know
have
how
to-
much water. Just go.
You don't have to roll for it. Does anybody else have to roll for it?
It doesn't say that I have to roll anything for it.
It
but
just happens?
Yeah, it's up to you.
And there's no thing of like, if this hits somebody, they have to roll or whatever.
There's nothing like that in it, no. It's just a 30-foot cube can be put out.
Well,
can be
I
extinguished.
just rolled a 4, so since that
You drown them all.
since
Families and everyone.
you hit it, and it because it was low, they do not drown. But now that the fire is out, you see that there are some people trapped underneath beams and that sort of thing that cannot escape. And while the fire is out, they're still crying out for help.
All right. I would like to run in and try to lift that beam.
Okay.
I'll help him.
Yeah.
I'm not too strong, but, I could give it a good try.
Guys, this is going to take all of us.
With you using help, I believe Yamhorn actually gets advantage.
Oh.
Yeah,
Which is
when
really cool.
you lend your aid to another creature in the completion of a task, when you take help action, the creature you aid gains advantage on the next ability check. So,
Sweet.
Yamhorn, whatever your next ability check that you're going to do, which is what you wanted to lift it off.
Yeah, whatever beam has the most
you
people
get
trapped.
you get advantage because Peleus is now going to help.
I'm your
you.
spotter.
All
yeah.
right. Peleus, on 3. 1,
All
2,
right.
3. And what's the...
Strength.
18.
Okay, yeah. I set it at 16. So, Yamhorn, you get in there. You get in a nice, like, squatty stance or whatever. And you put it on there and you it doesn't quite like, you know, budge, but then all of a sudden just like breaking loose or whatever. You start to bring it up to your chest and you push it back away from it, and the people come out from underneath. The one specifically trapped, you know, it was kind of like it'd fallen down and sort of like made like a little what do you like a wooden teepee type of thing where it trapped him underneath, but specifically one of the people it had landed like on their leg and that sort of stuff. And so when you do that, you push it up and back, they're able to get out, and you know, you can help the person up and make sure that, you know, their friends, you know, put them on
I
their
want
shoulders
to take
or
them to
whatever.
a clearing or something where there's not a lot of
Okay,
debris.
so you bring them outside, and one person's limping clearly with a broken leg and that sort of thing, and helped by the two other people that were in there, and you guys have sort of moved. Could you wreck those fools? So let's see, Paley, Shamhorn, Ren, Yamhorn, Peleus, Ren. So you guys are in that area. And what's all your guys' passive perceptions since you've been here before?
15.
13.
Oh, the passive wisdom?
Yeah.
What is that?
I think you should just have like a passive perception like on the bottom underneath like your core.
Oh, is it what my wisdom is?
Yeah, it's 10 plus your wisdom on, or your perception.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, so then it's 13.
Okay, then since you've all been here before, you now sort of see to the northeastern the sort of top, a little bit taller of a building, and you know that that is the office of the mayor.
I think that's where we need to
Should
go.
we go? Yeah.
Yeah.
If that's what you want to do. Okay.
Payless.
Yeah, all right, let's do it.
Cool.
Okay, so you start going northeast towards the office of the mayor, and we now cut to Durok. Up in the sky, you are within 20 or 30 feet or so of the Zarvog the Red. You can see Baravan on the back, like yawing, like faster, you idiot dragon, yeah.
Excellent. Okay, so you'll have to forgive me here, but because I was trying to do something different last turn, but you said that it was possible for me to like let the dragon take a move and then me take a move.
No, only if you dismounted.
Only if I
essentially.
dismounted.
Yeah.
In that case, it's on. So using my thoughts, using my will, I urge myself and Inendryll onward, and in my mind again, just picturing that pure white gout of flame just coming down right on top of Zarvog and Baravan.
Okay. So yeah, roll me a fire breath. Each creature in that area must make a DC. Holy crap. Okay, I have to beat. This is what's great about your fire breath. Anytime you attack somebody with your fire, they have to make a DC 24 saving throw.
That's ridiculous.
So, roll your attack to see if you beat the AC, which is 22.
I rolled an 18 unmodified. I don't know if I get anything out of that.
Yeah, fire breath. Or no, sorry, you don't have to roll. What am I saying? I just explained how it works. I have to be DC 24. Me.
The 18 was pretty cool, though.
Well, he is in so much pain, and so much pain from you clawing him, that even with his +9, or his, oh no, he has a +0 on dexterity. Sorry, my eyes crossed. He's less dexterous than yours. He's bigger and stronger. Yeah, he rolled a 2. So
Roll 16 d20s
Nice.
of fire damage.
All right.
yeah,
Guys, I need to borrow some dice.
I'll just
Yeah, no problem.
15, 30.
We're having charbroiled dwarf for dinner tonight.
Ugh.
6.
Yeah, they're not very tasty.
50.
Cannibal?
Take my word for it.
What?
54, 73, 77 points of fire damage.
Oh, is that it?
That's
And-
it.
Yeah, you hit him for 77 fire damage, and you just scorch right in the middle of the back, and right between the wings. And she kind of hits it, and as she hits right between the wings. By the way, just for a reminder, that's what Zarvog looks like.
Dang.
He looks like a little punk.
And Jesus. And it's going to regain itself. And Durok, I want you to make a wisdom saving throw.
This should be
Blue
interesting.
for wisdom.
Uh-oh. That doesn't count.
And I will give you advantage on it.
Okay.
Because you're linked with Inendryll.
Wisdom.
And you can... What is your plus?
It's just a +1 on wisdom, so I rolled a 19 total.
Okay. Zarvog is going to cast Frightful Presence on you. And you did not beat the DC 21.
Yeah.
So you have
can't.
become frightened for 1 minute.
That ain't good.
The creature can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of its turn, ending the effect on itself on a success. If a creature saving throw is successful or the effects ends for it, the creature is immune to the dragon's frightful presence for the next 24 hours. So if you beat this, then, and that sort of thing. Okay. So it messes with your mind a little bit. All of a sudden you're scared and it keeps flying forward, but Inendryll just stops and just like is flapping, hovering. And Zarvog continues to go north. And you're going to have to make another wisdom saving throw if you'd like to continue.
Right now?
Yeah.
Do you want to continue?
Yeah. The only way I can beat this is if I crit. I rolled another 18. Nope. Rolled 3 18s in a row, though.
All right. So you continue to hover there because Inendryll, respecting you, is not going to put you in harm's way by flying after something when you do not have your faculties about you. And the ancient red dragon, Zarvog the Red, with its rider, is now disappearing off to the north in the clouds. So... you can roll another DC wisdom saving throw, but we cut back to our three dudes going towards the mayor's office.
You could always do what I did and pray to Ren. Maybe get a blessing.
Yeah, I might need to.
Bump you up.
I
Yeah.
don't see this coming anytime soon.
All right. So, am I understanding we're making our way to the mayor's office, right?
Yeah, let's go talk to this mayor.
All right. We pitter patter our way to the mayor's office.
As you're pitter-pattering, I want you all to make me a perception check and then a stealth check.
I got an 18 for perception and a 21 for stealth.
All right. Yumhorn.
Yeah,
Big
it's
guy.
doing pretty good today.
Ren?
10 perception and 5 stealth.
Oh, no.
Okay.
5 perception and 14 stealth.
Okay. So, Yamhorn, you sort of take point on this one, and because you, Yamhorn, noticed that there are some guards starting to patrol the area, and so you're going through the sort of back streets, you're hiding behind crates, and you're telling everyone else, get down, and doing that, and Ren just kind of like looking around like, what? Oh, right. Yeah, because he feels he's so short that, he's
Yeah.
not going to... But you guys start to make your way towards the mayor's office, and you kind of come out not dissimilar, easy visual for everybody, like in Back to the Future. The clock tower where it had like the front yard area with like all the grass or whatever.
Yeah.
You guys are essentially across the street from it, hiding behind one of the buildings. And there's a little road area in front. And you guys are, like, we'll say, behind this little building right there. And this happy little building right here in the corner. Yeah. And you guys, Yamhorn, you're sneaking around. You're kind of like peeking a corner around the building. And you see...
Scoping.
So you see, you look around and you see the front, and you see that it's heavily guarded. There's at least 10 guards that you can see with your quick peek.
Oh boy!
So do with that as you will,
guys. It's pretty well covered. I count at least 10 guards. How do you want to go about? First of all, why are we going to the mayor's office again?
To keep Erevan from taking over the city.
Okay, so. How do we want to do this? I can stealth. I'm pretty good at that. Do you want to send me in, or do you want to try to nuke these guys, or what do you want to do?
I think I could just go over there and just shoot them with a lot of like lightning and fire and incinerate them, and then we'll go in. It's pretty straightforward. It's worked for me before. That's typically kind of how I roll.
Okay.
So.
I definitely remember that giant scorpion. That was
No, that is definitely my MO, so
before we blow them up, I could try to calm emotions on them and convince them that we're not enemies.
Right.
Okay.
Maybe we can just walk right by them.
Yeah,
Okay.
make them calm, and then I'll incinerate
And then you can
them.
incinerate them, yeah.
So they have a nice passing. I'll get it, yeah. That's smart. You get me.
So I want to visually describe this a little bit better for you guys. Like the clock tower, there's steps going up, or and that sort of thing. In front, there is like a grass area. There are guards up by the front doors. There are guards sort of patrolling the perimeter on the sides, and there are guards crossing in front. This is the street area, and so they're like on their side of the street, you know. And but they are sort of milling about, going back and forth, you know, patrolling up and down the block, essentially.
So it's not like we can nuke them in one shot.
They are more spread out. Okay. They're not all just like standing in a line like Red Rover sent Peleus over.
Are
Can
they?
I make a count? Can I try and get a count of how many guards?
Yeah, you can make give me a perception check. And if you want to get in closer, like go around the front of the building, I will give you advantage on your thing, but you got to roll a stealth roll so they don't see you.
So 13 on my perception.
Okay.
But I'm gonna try and sneak around, see if I can get a little peek.
Okay.
Can I notice that he's sneaking and cast guidance on him?
I mean, roll a perception check to see if you realize that he left you, because I don't think he said it out loud.
He has like 24.
Okay, yeah. Then you like immediately see Peleus like slink down like a cat and like go around the other corner of the building, and you like you have to touch him.
I have to touch him. Yeah.
Okay, at the last second, you grab the back of his boot, just touch the back of his boot real quick, and you give him guidance. And Peleus, now you're rolling a stealth.
You can add a D4 to it.
Alrighty. All right, so I'm gonna add that D4. All right.
Did you say this is stealth? Yeah.
13.
Oof.
Okay. So, yeah. So I set it at 12. So you go along in the shadows. You come up to like a little sort of like box or whatever. You kind of pop your head up. And you're just, and you want to see how many they are?
Yeah, I want to get like an official count so we know specifically our numbers.
Okay. All right. I'll allow you like... Yeah, just roll me a perception to see how good it is.
Do I get advantage on this?
Yeah, since you've got since you're behind a box, I will allow you. Sneaky music is playing.
22.
Great. So you get a great little head count, and you sneak back to your players, and you say, guys.
Guys, guess what? There is 22.
14.
There's 14 of them.
Jeez.
Are they within 40 feet of each other?
Oh my god, I did not get the distances apart. Like, what do you expect me to do over there? Do you think I was going to get their signs? Oh, we got a Virgo, we got a Taurus. No, there's 14 enemies.
All patrolling this very large area.
Were any of them eating a pulled pork sandwich?
Oh dear God, no.
Okay. Oh boy. So you counted 14. I said I thought there was about 10. Where are these other 4 hidden? Are they just around the corner?
Probably, yeah. We can't look at it from here. You'd have to sneak around to get a good look.
No, thanks. What do you guys want to do?
14's a lot.
Yeah, I honestly think maybe if we can sneakily take out 1 or 2 to get our way in there, or not touch any of them.
I could,
I will say good luck, because based off of what I have already described to you, imagine that big open space in front of the clock tower when it still had grass, and imagine, as I've already said before, multiple guards up on the steps,
right.
Multiple guards patrolling the sides, multiple guards patrolling back and forth on the streets with a wide open area. And with your befuddlement, that's where we leave it for this week. Ladies and gents, thanks so much for tuning in to Chaotic Amateurs. I have been your host and DM for Season 2, Bentley Michaels. To my right, I have
Caleb is Yumhorn Durrell.
Dash as Peleus Earth.
Red is Durok Dragonsbane.
Milo's Ren.
Grab your swords and keep on adventuring.
Follow us across all platforms with Chaotic Amateurs. Please subscribe, rate, and review our show on your podcast app of choice to help us climb the charts and find new adventurers. Or become a patron on Patreon to help our heroes continue their quest. Thank you for listening to Chaotic Amateurs.